Just watched Cake in the middle of the night. Not a bad movie. Another movie that gets 4 stars from me. Not 5, not quite a 5-star, but definitely a 4-star. I certainly enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed, say, Wild or Best of Me or The Longest Ride, and I gave all them 4 stars. Because there's very few movies that get my 5-star rating. So check this out. Look at these things. First of all, let me preface this with, I feel it's a justified fear, but in some ways it's probably not. But considering all the snow that piled up on my mom's back porch this past historical winter here in Massachusetts, a record-breaking winter, and considering the fact that the woman across the street has the same damn kind of porch and hers collapsed towards the end of our record-breaking winter, I'm like afraid if I go out on my mom's back porch, I might fall through or something. But today I was just taking, Omar in the back to, to pee-pee, hopefully to poo-poo, but you know how that goes. You always get tons of pee-pees out of him though, Anyway. And I'm like, what is that? Those 2 things obviously fell out of my bag, like they were buried under the snow all winter, and then the winter's ended, and we've even had some hot days, so I'm not going to keep these things. I'm definitely not going to keep them, but I haven't gone near the back porch, so I know these have to be from, they were out there all winter, and then, now that winter's over, they've been out there still. And I actually did go up the steps and step a little bit on the porch. A little bit. And then I got right back down, because I wanted to get those and see what they were. I'm not going to keep them. I kept them to show my mom and to show you guys. Yeah, Cake, good movie. I'm really astounded that Jennifer Aniston was not nominated for an Oscar. Nominated. She did a fantastic job in that movie. I'm surprised she was not nominated for an Oscar. And I know who was nominated, and I know who won. I think Jennifer Aniston did a fantastic job. I don't know. I think I read something saying, that's how I found out about this movie to begin with, because something popped up when I was, on the internet, something I saw, probably in MSN, like I see a lot of things, I don't know. That Jennifer Aniston was snubbed by the Oscar, because she did a really fantastic job in that movie. In my opinion, anyway. For what it's worth. So my mom was gone all day yesterday. Angel wouldn't eat her food. I go to bed so late. As you know, I stayed in here with, I had Omar, and before Mom left, I got Omar, and Omar stayed in with me, and we slept, and Angel was like so listless and whatnot, and I didn't even think she'd want to move. She misses Mama, and she wanted Mama, and but then, lo and behold, I get ready to go out for a walkie with Omar, and Angel just perks up, and all of a sudden she's all alert, and she wants to go too. Ain't easy, but I managed to walk both of them. It wasn't easy. I don't know how my mom ever did it, and actually, we're fortunate that something didn't happen, because she told me she used to do it, but she had troubles, and no, it's not easy for me, and I can handle it better than my mom can, the 2 dogs. They get twisted around, you have to be really careful, they get all tangled. So I walked the two doggies. I knew what time approximately my mom was going to be home. So I was going to meet her on the street, and then it turned out a neighbor gave her a ride, but she was almost home anyway, and I didn't want to, Angel's not really used to going for long walks, like the way I take Omar, and I didn't want to take both of them, So I asked my mom, I'm like, Mama, you're almost home. Can you get out of the woman's car and just take Angel home, please? I'll take your bag for you. That way you won't have to carry the bag, and I'll get the mail, so you don't have to get the mail either. I have my keys. Still not doing my juice fast, but I've been working up to it. I've been eating less, and even without fasting, I told you I went from 179.2 to 170. 6.8, so that was without fasting. It was fasting mostly. It's like today I'm mostly fasting. I might be able to be a little thinner tomorrow. Don't know. Oh, I'm sorry, it's alright. I just haven't gone to bed. It's 3 in the morning, but if my mama does get a new lawyer or whatnot, I won't be able to discuss any of that, with you guys, so. All my latest videos, so many of them getting all of this off my chest, ranting and raving and whatnot. It's just like anything that it'll taper down. As in me ranting and raving about the same thing. If we do get a lawyer, I can't discuss anything out here, or any strategy, or any whatever, So I keep postponing my juice fast, but like I said, I'm building up to it, building up to it by not eating that much each day, and fasting part of the day. I went on my walk, power walk, stopped at the store, and oh, lucky me, got to be made to feel like shit. I'll elaborate at a later time. Suffice to say, I'm writing a complaint letter. I've never done that before to a grocery store, but I'm gonna do it. Actually, I already wrote it. I just have to condense it and type it and whatnot. So I don't need it. Selena will get it. When I talk out here about what happened to me, Selena will totally get it. Selena and I think alike in a lot of ways. She'll get why I was so upset. I know she will. She'll get it. It relates to things she's told me. It doesn't have to be specifically. What happened to me has never happened to me before, Different things can fall kind of in the same category, even if it's not at a store, it could be something else, It makes you feel whatever, It makes you feel low or just uncomfortable, and you're not doing anything wrong, and just, Unfortunately, People who work at stores sometimes, you know, forget that they have jobs because of customers, you know. Especially a store I've been going to for years, my mom's been going to for years. I don't need to be made to feel like shit by anybody. You know? I don't care if you're busy, I don't care, you don't do that. Just don't do that, period, to your customers. I'm sure most of you out there have your own stories about, you know, employees at stores who act like they're doing you a favor, or, you know what I mean, or just don't treat you good, or have an attitude that, you know. But what I experienced went above and beyond. And just as an aside, I don't like getting people into trouble. But this that happened to me definitely warrants a letter. It warrants a letter, because I just don't need this shit. I told you, I try to be nice to everybody. I just don't need this shit from any employee in a store, you know. There's a lot of competition for any kind of store you could think of. Stores need to, you know, keep their customers happy and appreciate their business, etc., etc., etc. You know? I'll elaborate about it. I'm not doing it now. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, and my story is too complicated to sum up in a sentence or two, you know, and I want to go to bed. I drank too much water before bed. I was drinking water so I wouldn't eat. Unfortunately. See, the juice fast is 3 whole days, so I have to psych myself up for it. And yeah, I first planned to do Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Thursday, Saturday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Now it's this Saturday, Sunday, Monday, hopefully, you know. I'm building up to it. So, you know, it's not going to be easy, and I want to do it. I just have to build up to it, psych myself for it. So I watched Cake by myself in the middle of the night. It was nice and peaceful. And if my mom wants to see it, I'll watch it with her. Again. I enjoy watching good movies more than once, you know. To my buddies, you know who you are. I'm behind reading my emails. I also received some kind of personal message from a name I don't recognize. I haven't read that personal message, okay? Yeah, I'm behind on reading my emails from my friends. I've read some. I actually read more recent ones, I think yesterday or the day before. But some of the, a lot of older ones I haven't read. And I sincerely apologize for that. I want to get all caught up. But I need also to clean this house. I told you I bought a whole bunch of cleaning supplies. Sad, always sad. I'll leave you with this. Very first time I saw my new therapist, whom I like very much. I think I like her even better. I do, I like her better than the other one. Told her that I was thinking about, via numerous means of public transportation, taking a trip down memory lane and going to where I was, going to the different places I grew up as a kid, a young kid here in Massachusetts. And my therapist was like, if those were bad memories, why would you want to even do that? Because bad memories or not, I think it would be fascinating, Why do I watch movies that, there are depressing movies I watch and whatnot? I think it would be fascinating to revisit where I lived as a kid. I know that it would be. And I think actually it'd be something beneficial for me to do, simply because I told you I've had a lot. Remember, disassociation is not the same as psychosis. Psychosis is when you don't realize, I forget what the definition of psychosis is, but disassociation is you're aware that things are real, but it's almost like you're apart from them. And I know damn well, I can give you more than one example even now, that I had periods of disassociation as a kid. Okay, I know that I did. I think if I went back to different places I lived as a child, it would, I don't know, reinforce or prove to me that I really was a kid, and all the, you know what I mean? It really did all take place. And I don't know. I think I'm gonna do it. sometime. Maybe I'll do it this summer sometime. Why not? How I would feel. How would it make me feel to do that? I don't know. One of the cities, remember I lived in a whole bunch of different cities growing up. One of them I don't even know. I actually don't know the name of the street. I don't know if I could find it anyway. Think about that. I just think it's because I know the city, you know. Even a small city doesn't just have a couple houses. I didn't even think about that. This might not even be feasible. One of this, I do know the street. After all these years, I still remember. I don't know. I think it would be fascinating. Beyond fascinating. I've seen people do it in movies, you know. I've seen people do it in movies, visit where they grew up, you know, as an adult. For me, it would be almost 40 years later. 37, 30, you know, 36, maybe 35. I mean, so there's a quick update. Did power walks up the store. Was made to feel bad by a couple of the employees there. Left a bad taste in my mouth. Oh God. I don't know. Again, sorry to my friends. I am really behind on my emails. My auto ship order from Chewy is gonna go out today. I changed over from duck and sweet potato to bison, just to mix it up. You know, the Blue Wilderness grain-free, soy-free corn, you know, the grain-free stuff. The vet had asked him about his ears. It wasn't an infection, I guess they did a culture sample, and I asked the vet, like, why does that happen to him and only in one ear? It was like, I don't know, and then maybe you should switch the food, like fish or something. But then I'm reading, you know, fish contaminated with mercury. You know what I mean? Having too much mercury is not any more, you know, it's just as detrimental health-wise to our pets as it is to us, you know. I don't know. Yep, get another night. I'm going to bed after 3. But at least I did something that makes going to bed after 3 worth it to me. Super worth it to me. I watched the movie Cake. I was dying to see it, and I got to watch it in peace, you know? Watch it in peace, no distractions, no dogs, no angel having to go out with it, you know, constantly. Good movie. I'm sure it wouldn't be everyone's cup of tea, you know? I don't just like to watch movies that are like, you know, uplifting or even sappy love stories, you know. I eat things like The Best of Me or The Longest Ride or, you know, The Vow, you know what I mean? Those movies have their place, but I, you know, that's me. I don't know if my mom will want to watch Cake or not. What I'll probably do is play her the trailer and say, Mama, is this a movie you'd be interested in watching? And she could say yes, or she could say no. Let's play her the trailer. It's easy enough to do, right? Just do it on my computer. The trailer tells you whether you want to see the movie or not. I know I was dying to see it, and now I have. And it you know, it lived up to my expectations. That's cool. I'm playing Russian roulette with my ears. I keep forgetting I'm supposed to wash those earplugs and let them dry. I can't wash them and then stick them in my ears. That'll be a breeding ground, you know. So, yet again, I express my wish, my solemn wish that I, and only I can make this choice for me. When I start going to bed at a reasonable hour. One of my good online friends wishes, you know, she wishes that I would just, there would come a time that I'll never, you know, drink again, as in drink booze. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't foresee that ever happening that day, you know. I don't foresee that day arriving anytime soon. However, it's very sweet that my friend cares enough that she wishes that, you know. Very sweet, but we gotta be blunt here. I don't foresee that day happening anytime soon. So my friends are just gonna have to, you know, care about me. You're gonna have to be, at least be happy, grateful that I don't drink all the time. Okay? I hadn't planned on taking Angel. If you saw her on the couch, she was like so listless. I couldn't get her to eat. I don't know if she got up to have, I was in here sleeping, but even when I got up, she didn't want to eat. She didn't want to do anything. And she just seemed so dejected. But then she sees me getting ready to take Homer out, and she perks up, and Oh, I had taken her out, of course, to pee-pee and whatnot. I'd done that. But, then she'd come right back on the couch in her dejected state and just seemed so listless. But she just changed. It was like, she got all perky and whatnot just because she wanted to go. I didn't think she'd want to go, to tell you the truth. No, she wanted to go to a walkie walk. So I took her. I can handle both dogs. I've done it before. It's not as pleasant. You have to be really careful, because, like I said, I have to be careful because they're both on leashes and they get tangled, and we gotta make sure if a car's coming, we get out of the way, all three of us, so, that's all. This is just another one of my boring videos meant for solely, most of my videos are meant for just the people who just, are interested in even the smallest, even the minute, the most minute aspects of my existence, So lately this hasn't even been a case where I'm not going to bed because I'm not tired. I basically just, this morning, today, or whatnot, in the middle of the night, I just really wanted to see Cake. I wanted to see the movie. And it didn't disappoint, baby. It didn't disappoint. I'm actually going to watch it again, with or without my mama.